Hey YouTube, in this video I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna build the product from scratch by using advanced technologies in 2025. So the problem is I have a girlfriend. She's an international student in Australia, and she has her final year at her uni. She is a law student, and she experienced some sort of problems to find a job now in Australia in the tough market. So she's now applying for jobs a lot, and the process is very, like I would say, very routine. So she has to adjust her resume a lot and apply, and then adjust the resume again for another job description, apply, and etc. So I decided that so many international students are going through exactly the same issue. So I came up with an idea to make a little tool that will help just students and graduates to maybe increase their chances to get their first job here in Australia. That's why I came up with small little tool that will get just job description and resume of the candidate. And then inside of this tool, it's going to extract all required keywords and responsibilities, maybe company's values, and then it will return adjusted resume to the specific job description. And optionally, it can return cover letter so that candidate will apply for that job. So if we have a look on LinkedIn, for example, I see that you need to be authenticated for browsing jobs on YouTube. So that I think for MVP, I think it will be more than enough to just copy and paste the job description. And optionally as well, users can go to the company's website. So now it's Knight Fowler Jenkins, whatever. We can go on their website and search for their corporate values and standard and cultural and all the stuff, and we can just put it into the tool, and it will return our adjusted resume. And people can just submit the adjusted resume and just move on to the next job description if they want to apply. So for that application, I'm gonna use just simple tech stack. It's gonna be on T3 app. So it's full stack, I would say like starter pack. It has Next.js inside, TypeScript included, TRPC, Prisma, Tailwind, and Next.auth.js. I'm not gonna use Next.auth.js. I'm gonna use Clerk just for simplicity. It's really easy to include it into the web application. I really like this full stack starter pack because it is fully type safe. Even you build like the API, it is strictly connected to the database schema that you create thanks to Prisma, and TRPC is just like the wrapper between like the backend and the front end. It allows you to have like very typed backend and front end. I noticed that over the time when I build some application, it kind of allows me to be consistent with types, and I can spot the errors quite in a quite earlier stage of my development. So it pays me benefits over time. So I really like this T3 stack, so I'm gonna use that one. And another tool that I really like to use is called CodeGuide. So the idea behind of this tool is also relatively simple. All I need to do is just dump all of my ideas to the prompt input, then select the tools that I'm going to use. In my case, I use Cursor as IDE, and then it just gives me like some follow-up questions, and it gives me the the project plan. I just see, okay, did it get the project plan correctly or not? And then it creates the specific documents that I am using on my AI side, so like on Cursor. So I realized it hallucinates much less if I'm using these files. So it's quite handy and it simplifies my workflow a lot. So with that said, long story short, how the flow looks like. Users go into the website, then enter their resume or CV, whatever. And then they can upload the job description. Probably also they're gonna state the company's values, then hit the button, and afterwards a user can see editable resume that they can either save and download, either adjust, either like follow up with some prompts to make it even better. So that's the basic idea of this application. And the idea of monetization is also pretty much straightforward. So users should be able to buy credits, and every single time when they are using the service, the credits will be deducted from their account. That's it. So for payment, I'm gonna use Stripe. For sign up, it's gonna be Clerk. For AI model, it should be OpenAI GPT model. Did I miss anything? Yeah, Next.js 14, Tailwind CSS for the UI, as well as ShadCN for the front-end component. And Superbase for database. I really like that you can set database very quickly, and they have hobby plan, which is completely free for me for now if I don't have any users. So it is ideal if I want to test out my kind of ideas that I have right now in my mind. All right, let's get started. I copied the prompt for Cursor, then I go to the terminal. Okay, I go to the desktop, then I will do what I'm gonna do. I think I will use the T3 stack commands to create a new project. Okay, what will your project be called? Honestly, the hardest question of this video, I'm gonna tell do resume using TypeScript, Tailwind, yes please, gRPC, yes please. What authentication provider would you look? So none for now. ORM, I will choose Prisma. App router, yes, for sure. Which database provider? So Superbase is kind of close to Postgres. I'm gonna use Postgres SQL. Should be initialized, yes please. And we run npm install, import alias. I would prefer at. Okay, it's getting installed on my machine. In the meantime, what I can do, I can just drag it into Cursor, and here I am. I really like Cursor because it has very simple interface. It has Agentic mode, which does like 80% of the code, and sometimes I really need to get into the process because sometimes AI just do absolute shit. So let's go to where I wanted to go. Of course, CodeGuide. I need to copy the prompt for Cursor, go back, put the prompt into the Cursor. I'm gonna use, I think, just GPT-4 just to not to burn so much credits, and hit enter. All right. So it's generating the command, which I am going to run. Okay, so what it's going to do, it will download the zip file, unpack this zip file, and move all files from that zip file into the documentation folder. Yep.
Should connect it, go ahead.
All right. So what's next? As you can see, it created all files with the specific rules for the UI. It will follow the project rules when I will put prompts into the agent and potentially ask mode as well. I'm not sure about ask though. I definitely sure that when I do agentic mode, it does, it references to this file, which is great. I think there will be one mismatch is, I think T3 stack, they use Next.js 15. Let's double check. Yes, they use Next 15 as well as some release candidates for gRPC, which for MVP, I think like it should be fine. I'm not gonna, have like super production ready application and attract some VCs for that. It's just a tool literally for my girlfriend. Potentially I might do release, but yeah, I can come back to this concern later. What I'm gonna do now, I would love to replace next 14 to 15 in these files, just because it will be more consistent. So if I go to app flow, it shouldn't be here. X14, not here, not here. No next 14 here as well. Actually, I see this. Maybe just put 14. Yeah. Okay. Not sure how I can do replacing files. 14 replace with 15. How I can do this only in this file. Okay. Never mind. I will just do it manually. 15 here, 15 here, 15 here, 15 here, 15 here, 15 here. Is there any 14? Yeah. Okay, perfect. We replaced the version of Node.js. Right. Now the next step, what I will do next, I will go to the implementation plan and I will have a look which phases we need to do, and first phase is environment setup. So I already have Node.js 20, we can continue. I already initialized a new Git repo. I already created a new next 15 actually. I'm not gonna do, I think, the first phase, maybe except of install required dependencies. And yeah, the rest is completely fine. We have tailwind file. We have, do we have shotcn here as well? Let's see. Where's the package.json? Shotcn. No, we don't have shotcn. So okay. We will remove Tailwind, gRPC, we have it, Prisma, yes, Supabase, yeah, we can add it, Clerk, React, okay, we can leave it here, and Stripe as well. Okay, so I will just remove all of these steps because we already have implemented all of these things, and maybe I should leave also this point as well. Let's go to SRC. So we have app. Why we need to add pages directory, I'm not sure. We are using app router. Components, server, Prisma. Yeah, I think, yeah, we have definitely components. We have the API with gRPC set up, styles. I think we can just get rid of that. We can make this point as the first point, remove these guys, remove Tailwind CSS, and validation will be the second step. All right. For the dashboard page, yeah, okay, create the pages. I'm not sure why it is referencing to pages when it is the router, the app router. Am I wrong? If I use okay, I think there is an issue, so I can follow up this document, and I will say please use Next.js 15 with app router regenerate. Okay. Yeah, okay. So phase 2 is the front-end development. In the first step, we create the dashboard page, then develop resume, upload, and job description input page. Okay. Right. It replaced the version of the Next.js. So what I will do is I will make the new request and retrieve all new documents adjusted by the CodeGuide. Do-do-do. Will it actually replace the files? Yeah, I think it did. Definitely did. 14, no. 14 also no. Actually, it's 15 here. Okay, good. So what I will do, again, I will remove all of these points here. Let it create the directories as well. Second, install the required dependencies, remove the configure tailwind, and I will leave validation as well. Save it, from npm run, remove all of these guys again. Clerk, yeah, leave the clerk, Supabase.js. Okay. Now all docs are set. Now I can literally proceed to the next step of the implementation, which is the phase 1. The another day I saw a post on Twitter of one guy. He he left a very good prompt to the cursor with connection to the CodeGuide. So you can literally just use this prompt, like go through all the documents attached in, and you link the documents folder. In this case, it's instruction folder. Then you make it read the implementation plan and understand the scope of the work properly, so it will basically put all the implementation plan into the context, and then it just start executing from the plan from the first step. And after completion of each step, it's going to update the implementation plan with execution summary, and it will write down next to each step. And then it goes on and on until we reach the end of the implementation plan. So in this case, I will just copy that, paste it here, remove quotes, and instead of instructions, I will drag and drop documentation there. For the implementation plan, I will drag and drop this file over there. And from this guy also, I will do implementation plan here. One thing I don't really like is as long as it have more and more and more iterations, the more hallucinations AI has. So I would prefer doing just one particular step and then spin the new chat, and chat will go on another phase or another step with a fresh context. So I think it will save some time for me if I will not need the AI to be hallucinated over the time. So in our case, let's go with phase 1. Then all steps in the phase. Yeah. Stop when you finish. Finish the phase. Okay. Now I spin up the AI and we'll see what's going to happen next. So probably it will generate some commands for the terminal, and it will install Supabase, Clerk, and Stripe, create some directories. And also, if you notice, it will reference to the project requirements document, and it has a name. So in case of the first step, it is project architecture. Not sure though where exactly it is. Project overview. Okay, that's interesting. Probably it understands the application architecture when it goes through this file. Not quite sure how it works though here.
Good.
Okay, now the agent, it went through all of these files and get into its context. Now it is why it is setting up the tailwind. I don't need that. Nope. Okay. So it parses all files that we have on the project. Okay, it creates components. Dashboard, upload. Okay, we have implementation plan here. Now it will just install the dependencies that we have on the project. And shutcn as well.
That's it. Okay.
Okay, we need to pop out the terminal. New York, whatever. We will still need to replace the color schema from for the project later on. So far, I just want to focus particularly only on the functionality of the project and build all necessary features before I will do anything with the design. So now it is validating the project. And it returns that the Next.js development server is running successfully. Let's update the implementation plan with our validation. It also updates the implementation plan as well and returns the summary.
That's good.
Perfect. It completed the first phase of the implementation. As you can see, it is quite successful. If I go to the localhost 3000 and we see white screen. Why? I query that. Okay, we have some problems here. Somehow gRPC doesn't really work. Okay, no problems. Since we are vibe coding this application, I will just copy and paste this code over here, and I say when I run npm run install, I see this error. Please fix it. Yeah, so the point of vibe coding is you don't really dig into the code. You just embrace the AI and just looking how, what it's doing with the code base. And now it spots the issue. The application is trying to connect to the PostgreSQL, that's why we have this error, because we didn't set the Postgres, and we don't really need that, to be completely honest with you, because we are going to use the Supabase, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna check my Supabase projects, and I will create a new project in here. Okay, so in my organization, how I name the projects, do resume. I'll let Google decide. Okay. Best US, I will choose Sydney. I'm based in Sydney. It will be much easier for me to handle the database over here. Okay, database has been created. No. Okay. Let it create the block first. Okay. Seems like it did it. So what I need to do, oh yeah, I will need to use the password. So I think I can just copy and paste this guy into an environment file. Where is the environment file? Here. Okay. I put just database URL over here, remove. Yeah, I will remove this boy from here. And in the Prisma schema, I'm gonna reuse this generated code for me, so that I can apply that on the file of Prisma. Yeah. So we have Prisma client JS, yes, URL, direct URL. Okay, so all we need to do is to add one new parameter into the data source DB. The rest is already there. And for the password, what I'm gonna do for the password, I literally don't remember the password. Okay. So I think I will cut this moment and I will come back to you guys because I will need to retrieve the password. All right, I set the password and I will close the environment file because you don't need to see my environment files, guys. That's a secret. So one really cool feature for T3 stack, since it's completely typed, so you can literally just upload the variables into your environment through the validation. And if you don't have the particular variable inside of your .env file, it will just return the error saying like, okay, there is no file, or it does not pass the validation, which is cool. All right, if I return the browser back, we can see that our application is fully functioning. There is no errors. The TRPC is working correctly. So yeah, I can say that the phase 1 is successfully done. I can accept all changes, and this is our initial implementation of the project. I think we can commit all of these changes. It's gonna be the first set of the application, and we commit, and that's basically it for the first video, guys. So we set the application, we went through like initial setup, and we made the documents for the AI, so AI now understand what to do. I think in the next video I will jump into the second phase where we will wipe code the next basically the next implementation plan phase, which is creation of the dashboard page, develop resume, upload, and all of the stuff. All right, see you in the next video. Bye bye.